already hit it.
Oh,
We're live.
Okay, so yeah, I'll keep that business to myself. That's
Ooh, please, not.
yeah, that's some shit we talk about after the show. But welcome, motherfuckers. Welcome to a new episode. Look at that. We told
We
you we trying to step our game
live.
up, nigga. Y'all with us right now?
We
We
live.
are live, bitches. Not only are we live, but this is not even the podcast. This is some free shit. Meaning you still gonna get the podcast later, baby. This is
We
just us blessing you.
live.
That's it, baby. We just want you to feel us, baby. Come groove with Boosie, baby. That's
Is this
all
thing
shit
on?
is. Yeah,
Is this
yeah.
is this mic hot?
Better be.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, you know what the fuck we want to talk about, nigga. You know what we came here for. We are here today to bring you our take on this brand new hot ass series of X-Men 97. Oh, lordy, lordy. What a good time to be alive right now. Between X-Men 97 and, like we was just saying, Kendrick Lamar declaring war against everybody, and Cat
Everyone
Williams going
doesn't
on
get it.
Club Shay Shay saying it's up for everybody this year, and motherfuckers really it's up for everybody this year. Puffy will tell you it is a great time to be alive.
We
Oh,
getting
so
all
much
types of goodies. All types of goodies.
Sir, we are actually blessed with a series that could one possibly save the X-Men franchise. Because Fox really tried to kill them motherfuckers.
Especially
Honestly, yeah.
Cyclops. They tried to
No,
They tried
they
to-
really did kill.
Cyclops
They
was
literally
a
killed
bitch.
Cyclops. They
Cyclops
literally did
was a
kill
bitch.
Cyclops.
that character.
And you know what? That's something we
I
don't touch
legit,
on.
I legitly
Yes,
sat
go
there.
ahead.
Was like, who told this nigga he was cool now?
He said, "I've always
Who told?
been that
Exactly. Exactly. Cyclops has always been a badass. It was just that bullshit ass night. Let me not call it bullshit because that cartoon was everything. It was just the X-Men animated show back in the day that made him the Cyclops that we don't like.
But wait. Time out. We done got way too far ahead of ourselves. Good evening, people. For those of you who have not ever met us, welcome to the trifecta. I am your Demon King, Dalen, aka Demon King Maury, and please allow me to introduce myself the proper way. Me. Roses are red. Weapons against me won't prosper. With this sacred treasure, I summon Big Raga, the Op Stopper. How you doing in this mother?
And y'all know who it is, your friendly neighborhood asshole Los, the one and only. And guess what, fellas? I got this shit down pat. You want me to prove it to you? Because you know what I bring you people? Panty dropping breathing. Second form. Luxurious.
Got him! Got him! Did it right!
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. It just proves that.
Wow.
Okay, I guess he's used to me throwing it to him, and I'll kind of fuck this up. So I'm gonna lob this up to our friendly
Oh shit! Oh,
residential
shit.
moderator Donnie. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Dell, the ones your wife's call Tyrone, the fallen one,
And you know it.
and you know what I came to do. So what we gonna do today is we're gonna chop it up about X-Men '97. All us '90s kids been doing backflips the last 2 weeks with this episode. So we're gonna review, bring you up to speed, and share a little bit of useless comic book information with you.
Let's get it. So, first off, the first episode cooked. So, okay, all right. So we're gonna piece this up, right?
I feel like the first episode was a straight Cyclops arc thing. I feel like they purposely did that.
There was absolute Cyclops glaze all episode. Like that was the Cyclops glaze episode. Like just all on the faces of the people, you're gonna get the Cyclops juice. Like that's
Who told this man? So all right, you bust up in the room because they kidnapped old boy. You literally moonwalk. You grab old boy, say hold on you, and you moonwalk with your optic blast.
Sir.
You literally slid over here. Now you all of a sudden you about to spam the damn button. You just shooting everybody, shooting the ground so you can move, shooting these people. Oh, okay. Who told you was this gangster? Who authorized this?
My man was doing Marvel versus Capcom combos.
Basically,
You know what's crazy that you even said that? I was a little
I'm
upset.
mad
Like,
because
they didn't have
he
that in the video
literally did
game
that.
ever. Like they should have put that shit in the video game for him sliding back and forth with the fucking optic blast. And you know what? Let's touch on the fact that for those who don't know, okay, and I'm sure my trifecta team with me does know, but for those who don't know, Cyclops doesn't have heat vision. That's not heat vision.
No,
That
it's a
he's spewing out of
concussive
his
blast.
Right. So essentially, that's like a wrecking ball in a beam form coming towards you. Can we talk about how good this man is to do that shit dead at the floor and not put a hole in the floor, but to glide on the fucking floor with the bitch?
He is also using
No,
his
no, no.
visor to gauge it.
Well, I don't now.
He
Is that
is.
official? I never knew that.
No,
was a
it
thing.
is.
But he
It is.
controls
There's a
how much he
dial.
releases.
It is.
So he
It's
can't
a
control
gauge?
it.
He can let out how much. Because think about it. When he shoots a sentinel, he's chopping it in half. But when he shoots a person, he just knocks him back.
Right, and I thought that was him just exerting more force for the Sentinel opposed.
No,
than
it's
force
he
for
can't control it. It's the visor.
Now, if that's the case, though, why didn't they show that when he was diving? Because he just released the beam. He didn't do anything to his visor. He just
He had it
yelled
probably
and
turned all the way
Kamehameha.
up already.
Yeah, see, now we going with probably, but we'll
They-
be jumping
they-
the gun anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say they said no. You're gonna get this glaze. You
We-
don't
we're
even worry
jumping
about
the gun
logic.
anyway. Let's go
Don't
back to
worry
that
about
fight
logic.
scene. Oh, Cyclops, sir. He blocked and threw a beam at the same time. Like, you know how badass that was? That he blocked the punch and had the hand up, but the finger on the button already.
No,
Just waiting?
what was disrespectful about it? You block the punch and then you smile at him.
No.
Yeah, because you like at this point, you know.
You missed what he smiled at,
fucked up.
though. You missed what he smiled at because you know what he did. You know what he did, and nobody really caught it. He did a throwback to not Civil War, Age of Ultron. Are they lining up? Because it was a nigga coming behind the dude he had blocked. That's what he smiled at because he looked behind him, said, "Huh," and shot him into the other nigga.
I did not see that. I thought he was smiling at the nigga he about to blast. I
No,
didn't know.
I was there too.
He had him
Yeah, see,
blocked. He said, "Huh," and then as soon as he blasted him, that nigga hit another nigga, and they both hit the wall.
8-ball corner pocket.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
Yeah.
So let's-
and see,
So let's talk about the MVP though.
I thought
That
we
comes
were.
Storm.
Storm was Scott.
We jumped. We did
Thank
jump a
you.
little
Like,
bit.
Cyclops-
We did jump a little bit though because you had Bishop and Storm. Storm came in there with the whole regal this and all. Surrender the boy or face my wrath. Yes, I believe that line from you. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm gonna die if you say that to me. That's how much I believe that.
Storm always hit a nigga with a reading rainbow ball before she electrified somebody or something.
Absolutely.
Storm is always prolific with the shit
And
that
it-
she says.
And it was always so complete because literally she's gonna say some shit. You're gonna do something stupid, and she's okay. Full on hurricane on you, you and only you,
right on your head.
right on
That's
you.
some petty shit. I might talk about somebody using Nova Bomb on one person only. But that's some petty shit. To put one person in a hurricane, just one.
Just one.
Yeah, that's some.
That's
Yeah,
why.
that's really personal.
Storm's a warlock. Storm's a warlock.
I could go for that.
Storm's a
I
warlock.
could definitely go for that. But since we talking about that, also, am I the only one that thought that this nigga Cyclops was gonna like try to run away with homie when he was like hold on and just let the beam go? I thought he was gonna blast a hole in the floor. I didn't know homie was gonna go skateboarding.
I initially thought he was going to blast the way out. I did not expect the. Excuse me.
Yeah, nigga out here acting like Michael Jackson,
Reverse.
bro.
Like they legitly tried to get him. Okay, we fucked him up in the '90s. Let's get him close to his comic book counterpart because Scott did have hands in the comic books.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
fuck
did.
it.
Yeah, he
But
did.
Wolverine was gut checking this nigga when he felt like in the damn cartoon.
Wolverine was so
Disrespectful
Wolverine
with it
was
too.
walking around like Debo in the 90s in that damn show. Like
was.
whenever he popped up, you knew he was gonna say something or do something fucked up to Cyclops if they was in the scene together. It was just gonna happen. There was no safety. There was no safety word for Scott back then
Nope.
with Logan. He was just gonna give you the business. And
That
speaking of
was it.
safety words and shit, and I know this is a weird transition, but I was just thinking about it. They really brought the picture back. The
They
picture
brought
that
the
Logan was
picture.
holding on to in the
They
bag. Yo, they
brought
really
the
brought the picture
picture
back.
back.
Yo, didn't he
They
cut that
brought
shit
the
in
picture
half?
back.
Didn't he cut that shit in half and take Scott out of it?
I
Like,
think
what?
so.
So would they take the picture back together? This bitch
There's
got
been
this
there's been
bitch telepathic
so
powers is so good she could put material back together again.
so while they explained a few things very well, they never explained that.
Because let's also go into because no, we've established episode one was the Scott
Like
Glades, which was the
a
Cyclops
lot of
Glade.
a lot
I
of people
mean,
didn't realize Morph is alive.
Yeah.
He got used by Sinister. He ended up getting freed, and he had PTSD, and he ran off. But apparently, he's back. So yes, Morph is here. Yeah. As far as Xavier, and not the it could be spoilers or whatever. But if you watch the '90s joint, you already know when he was in the hospital, Laranja came and got him, and they left and went into space so he can get treated. So he's not dead.
And for those of you who haven't, please go watch the original X-Men show
no,
before
you
you come
definitely
to
need
X-Men
to.
97. Like,
You
don't just come in
definitely need to.
here naked.
Yeah,
It's not great. It's
you
not good.
you
Don't walk
definitely
into
need
the
to.
room naked. It's bad
Forgive,
business.
forgive that last season. The animation was trash.
It
It
was.
was, but the concept was trash too. Now I feel like we're gonna before we go too far, we gotta cut back on episode one a little bit because there's a few things we didn't touch on. Like since it was the premiere episode, it was a launching point. It stood out to me because, like Dell said, Morph is back and Bishop being there.
Right.
And then they had them in the title entrance, the title theme. That was badass to me.
Why was
And
Professor X still in there though? That
That part, and now
because
that's
he's
what I
not
was gonna
dead.
touch on.
but he's not
That's what I
here.
wanted to touch on though.
But see, you know what I'm
Because
saying? Like, he shouldn't have been there. Dead or not, he shouldn't have
in
been
the, I'm not gonna hold you though. I was looking to see if they're gonna put Professor X in that opening title. I'm not even gonna lie
there.
to you. I was looking to see if he was gonna be there. So I'm glad he was. I just want them to stop acting like they don't know what happened to this nigga. That's what's
Right.
blowing minds right now. Because in the show, they're acting like Charles is dead and they are mourning him and shit. But in the original series, like Dell said, Leandra came and took him up to space, and the X-Men knew about it. So I could understand y'all wanting to keep up the image of him being dead to the public, but when you amongst each other, why you acting like this nigga's dead? That
mean-
part is blowing minds.
Like I don't know why they did the whole last will and testament thing. Because again, yeah, he's not dead unless they're just going to spin it and he actually is.
I was thinking that too.
But Magneto has taken over the X-Men at one point. That did happen. So I understand where the storyline is going because Magneto goes through all these changes and eventually becomes he's still Magneto, but he's a little more tame versus wanting to just murk everybody right off gate when they do something to mutants. But no, we're not done with episode one
Don't
because
look at me like that, bro.
Yeah, nigga, shut up.
again, we got to talk about how who again told Scott put a battery in this man's back and told him he the shit now. He Jason Statham. This nigga,
I am him. I
this
am him.
Yes,
This
that's
nigga-
what he wants to do.
so they're flying out to go fight the Sentinels and stop old boy from making Master Mold, all that good shit. Now, one
Trash
questionable
bum ass
thing.
is back.
One questionable thing I had was they're in the Blackbird. A Sentinel rips off the canopy and snatches Cyclops out of it. But y'all are flying through the air. Like, is the Sentinel flying? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, Sentinels could fly.
You forgot Sentinels could fly?
I'm
They
you
had
know,
rocket
Yeah.
you
they
know,
got rocket boots,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
It was
Astro Boys.
it was stable. It was stable enough for this to happen, but okay. Cyclops is in the hand of this Sentinel, just shooting this beam wildly, cuts half the Sentinel's head off and
Was it
arm.
Wily though? I don't
Just
think
a
it was
little off
Wily.
the top.
I think
This
it was
nigga,
Wily.
this nigga was looking this way to go into this way. That beam
He
never
wanted to make an
stopped.
arc.
That beam never stopped.
It was like a blade.
You need a haircut.
Yeah, it was like a blade, like a sword.
So of course the arm that he's in hits the engine of the jet. The jet blows up. Everybody's falling. We got 2.5 flying
Can I
X
stop
Men.
you
The
right
reason I
there?
say a half.
Can I stop you right there real quick? I'm so sorry to stop you and interrupt you like that.
No, go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
I am so upset with these fucking shows that have characters that can fly falling out the sky. My nigga, why are you playing with my emotions? Me and you both know you can fly. Why are you wasting my time?
Again, we had
Like what?
again we had 2.5. We had 2.5 characters. They remembered because they looked at each other and just nodded their heads, and then Morph just said, "You know what?
They
Angel."
done fell for how many fucking
I've been falling
before they
for
decided to
30 minutes.
exactly that part. If you don't stop your bullshit, nigga,
So-
don't play with me. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I
So
know
you
can
have
fly.
So you have X-Men catching X-Men. And then Scott sitting over here. All right, guys, good job. See you on the ground, nigga. You're still falling. You can't fly.
But
That's
not
what you think,
alone.
So this so again, somebody done put a battery in this man's back. Said he the shit now. This motherfucker fires his level 3 Ultra at the damn ground to soften his perfect superhero landing.
Now, I'm hearing a lot of him softening the ground.
I was
Or was it him slowing his fall?
I said softening his landing.
I know. Oh, I get what you're saying. But yeah, like okay then. So, but still, I've heard people say that he softened the ground.
Why are you softening the ground?
Dumb, right? Okay, cool. Not just me. Okay,
That
I just want to make sure my logic
slowed
wasn't
his
fucked up.
descent to a perfect stop. He was like,
Yes, yes. And then said the
Then-
coldest fucking line.
to me, my X-Men.
X-Men.
That gave me goosebumps here and there.
Oh,
And you know what?
oh.
Because it's a goddamn cartoon and the way they popped up, I was there for it.
And then they
I was there for it.
Did you peep Storm's JoJo pose after he said that though? When
Mm-hmm.
she landed, she hit him with the.
She landed sitting there.
I'm not gonna lie. That
But
to me, my X-Men was definitely on par with Avengers.
Yes, Lord.
Assemble.
Yes, yes, Lord. Yes, fucking Lord.
Those two
Yes,
things
Lord.
right
Yes,
there
Lord.
were like top tier moments for me. That
Yes,
was
Lord. Yes, Lord.
beautiful.
And since we are on that realm, we know once the X-Men landed and they went and they found Master Mold and Trash Bum Ass, they start squabbling. The hands had commenced.
Off gate.
Sir, who, and you want to talk about Scott,
Hey, Los.
who in the
Los.
flying fuck
Los.
told Remy to jump
him
on
the-
Logan's back?
Oh no. You went too far. We're gonna get to that. First, Los, you gotta give him the forecast.
Oh, and then the majestic bitch.
Forecast.
Yo, I was like, who the fuck told this man he was cool now?
Look again. The moisture of the skies, the dampness of this wet pussy. I bring forth the storm. Like, it's ridiculous, yo.
Yo, this chick was in the desert turning the shit to glass with goddamn
bro.
lightning just because.
You're absolute trash for that, sir. Your commentary, your little monologue, you're absolute trash for that. But yes, Storm showed up and said, I am that bitch.
Yes,
Recognize.
yeah, pretty much.
And just commenced to decimate Sentinels by herself.
Storm is the sexiest dominatrix ever.
This chick literally was walking up, charging her level 3. Like, come
Right.
on now, this is
Right.
fucked up.
Right.
I mean, you say walking level three.
She went to the Avatar. She went to the Avatar state.
Storm don't got to charge shit. She
There-
is
hey.
walking level 3. What are you talking
There
about?
is no there is no going easy when it comes to Storm. Everything's getting
Oh
fucked up.
no. No. Oh Lord, no. Yeah. I don't
Here's
know.
the part that got me though. She fucked up all them Sentinels. Did you peep how they was just falling out the sky? These niggas ain't even attempt to move. Just
We already know.
It reminds
Dead
me
Sentinel.
of mosquitoes flying into the zappers. When they just flying into it, hit that bitch bzz, and just drop. That's what was happening to them niggas. Them niggas just falling out the sky.
That whole first episode. Just,
that was a hell.
Starter
Yeah, but we not gonna skip past what I said though. Who in the flying
I got
fuck
questions. I got
told
questions.
Remy he could charge up Logan claws?
Hold up. Are we
Throw,
gonna
throw,
speed past the fact that this nigga jumped on Logan back and Logan ain't even miss a beat? Like, nigga, you used to
this is
being
the fuck
rolled like a bull?
nigga. Yes, clearly these two niggas. Look at here, okay. This is the ultimate level three partner super ever. Remy
Listen,
jumped on Logan's back while he was charging, charged up his claws, jumped off of his back, threw a charged card on the ground to launch Logan forward at Morph, who changed into the blob to launch Logan into the sky at this goddamn master mode. Like, that is the most intricate shit. Nigga,
That was
I've watched,
really thought
I've
out.
watched Winter Soldier and Captain America jump the shit out of Iron Man. Okay, I've watched a big ass brawl between two superhero teams in Civil War. I've watched Iron Man, Thor, and fucking Captain America have the illest triple threat match I've ever seen, and none of
you have
them, none
you
of
have
them,
never seen a level 3 cooperative super like
not
that,
like
have
that.
you?
No, no, no. I saw,
Ever.
I saw
Ever.
Superman dress up as Batman, go to Gotham and beat the fuck out of Bane with bare hands, and that wasn't smarter than what
Why?
the fuck I saw on X-Men
Why
97.
did he do? Yo, I want to say real quick, and I'm sorry, I got to digress on this because that right there, that episode of the Batman, Superman, jerk for that. I always call Superman a Boy Scout, but if you do stuff like that, what's going on? They like, oh, Batman
It's-
is a regular nigga, and you
it's
out here
stuff like-
pollywalking.
It's stuff like that. It's little things like that that made me start liking that nigga.
Yo,
Little shit like that.
yo, yo,
That was a terrible thing to do to somebody. I'm sorry. That's a terrible
yo.
thing to do to somebody.
Yes, yes, it was. And like I said, I've never seen nothing so fucking smart. Never,
So-
ever,
so-
ever, ever.
Real quick. If you had to give episode 1 of X-Men 97 a grade, a rating, out of 10, what would you give that episode?
Before I answer, are we judging off of hindsight? Because we've seen up to level episode. I was about to say level 3. We've been talking about levels too much now. We've been talking about supers way too much. I'm sorry.
All
Are we
right, true or
comparing
false?
it
Were they
to
not throwing supers? Were we not legitly playing Children of the Atom and Marvel vs. Capcom and all that shit? Yes,
Yeah.
I was fucking
we were.
Omega Red and Children of the Atom. Fuck you, that was my game. But yes,
we were.
them niggas was throwing all that shit.
Yeah, we were. So are we judging the episode off of the other episodes, or are we just gonna judge the episode of its own personal merit?
Its own merit.
We're judging the episode off of its own merit.
And that was a hell of a way to open the series.
If that's the case, I'm gonna I sound like I'm glazing, but with everything that they did in that episode, from the intro, adding Morph and Bishop, from them keeping Storm's monologues before she actually used her powers, like always, them actually fixing Cyclops and making him to be who he's supposed to be.
A jerk, an asshole.
Who you talking to?
Him, that guy.
Exactly. I think it's a 10. It opened up the way it was supposed to. You're supposed to start. I feel like with every form of entertainment, you're supposed to start off by grabbing the viewer's attention immediately. And X-Men it pulled it through. It did exactly that with no problems. Even the end, even though we skipped past it, and I guess I'll bring it back now. Even the end when they revealed Magneto finally, and that little plot twist that they did there, it left you wanting more. So literally, that first episode, I can't see a flaw in it. They
It
didn't
wasn't.
even. This is what
It
I'm saying.
legitly wasn't.
So you agree, Dell? 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have your trifecta has spoken. Episode 1 of X-Men 97. 10 out of 10. Got it.
Okay.
So let's get
Episode
into
2.
episode 2. Let's talk about some subplot that's been going on here. Okay. So something that's kind of been going on since episode 1. We have Jean Grey pregnant with Scott Summers' baby. So that's one apparent storyline. We now have the backstory or the previous romance between Rogue and Magneto. That's now a storyline.
Oh, never knew about that one.
Blown.
Fucked my head up.
We have
they have a kid in a whole nother continuity.
that's crazy.
Do he have rogues and do they have Rogue and Magneto powers?
I don't know. I didn't dig that far. I just knew why he could touch her and all of that, but
And-
I
and
didn't go any deeper.
we gonna touch on that. We gonna touch
You
on
gonna
that.
have to. Like Magneto touch on Rogue.
You're not taking me out tonight. You're not.
That boy Remy.
Nigga, I'm aiming, nigga. I already got you
Did you
once.
not
I already
did y'all-
got you once.
So let me circle back to the episode 1, right? Well, actually, no. It's not episode 1. It's episode 2. Never mind. We'll get to
Hold
it.
on. So we have the Gene Cyclops baby. We have the Magneto Rogue romance. We have the
Shit, Morph
Magneto
being
winning
back
the
is
trial.
a story in itself.
It is.
Morph
it
is
but
a
it's-
goddamn fool. I
but the
fucking love him.
craziness is, I love. Okay, so let me touch on something because we actually overlooked that too. We overlooked the intro and how they showed Morph and he's dealing with his sinister issues. But the crazy part is they showed that in the intro, but they don't touch on it at all in the first 2 episodes of the show.
Because you should, if you previously watched, should know a little something.
Well, I don't want to discuss it just yet, but I wanted to bring that up because I want y'all to keep that in the back of your heads that they showed his sinister issues in the intro, but don't speak on it for the first 2 episodes of the show.
But did y'all notice some of the clips that they show foreshadow what happens? Like, for example, for episode 2, when it came on in the intro, it showed Storm fighting what's that chick name from the sewers?
Oh, the leader of the Morlocks. I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
her.
it shows Storm fighting and conquering her and becoming their leader. What was the other clip? It showed I want to say a clip of the Phoenix. And it is basically foreshadowing different things coming up. But of course, in that episode, we ran across the Warlocks. But
Yeah, poor Morlocks. They can never get right, especially Toad. That
At
poor
all.
Toad. He gets fucked over in every continuity of that.
Have
I
you
wasn't
seen him?
born this way.
Yeah, I know. Like, why you making me feel feels on my Saturday morning cartoon? Nigga, I'm just here to eat cereal and watch cartoons. I
So-
don't want to feel feels right now.
I
Feel
can
for this
say
little ass
if
bug.
we look at Marvel, one of the things I think I've always respected about Marvel is that their villains are more relatable than DC villains. Like DC villains are just evil. They're just
never-
bad people.
I never considered Magneto a villain.
At all.
I
At all. Like Magneto I've never considered a villain. I just
was
they
he an
don't have
extremist?
real
Yes.
villains
Was he wrong? No.
His actions were.
at all. At all.
We can have this conversation.
His actions weren't.
Yeah, look. Okay.
Now,
okay,
now,
okay.
now, don't get me
Let's
wrong.
pause
Don't
on
get me
the second
wrong.
episode.
Don't get me wrong. He did sometimes, if not a few times, use the victim excuse to go ahead and do some shit. But he wasn't wrong. Everything he did was for mutant kind. He was just on
Yeah,
the
but-
extreme side.
Yeah, but then if that's the case, everything that Hitler did was for the benefit of the I can't think of the actual words.
The Germans?
for the Nazis. No, it was a different word I'm looking for.
You know,
That
I
wasn't
want
it,
you
but
to know that's a terrible
Nazis.
example.
Let's,
it's
let's,
not.
we're gonna
Hold
scratch.
on.
This is what I'm
Wait,
saying.
wait, wait,
This is
wait,
what
bro.
I'm saying.
Wait, wait,
Magneto
bro,
did
wait,
not
bro,
do
wait.
anything.
Well, hold on. Before you finish your point, I'm gonna tell you why that's a terrible example. Because Magneto was a goddamn Jew.
Why do you think I chose that?
That's terrible. That's
It's
terrible.
not terrible. He's doing what he lived through. That's why I chose Hitler
He
in
got
particular.
double persecuted.
He's doing what he lived through.
Hold
He
up, his
lived
powers
through
when he
Holocaust.
was hold up when he was in the Holocaust. Was his powers already met? Yes, they were. He was an
During
adult.
the Holocaust. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he went through the Holocaust, right? and then came out of it saying, I'm just gonna kill all humans to make mutants better, to make mutants have that higher level
Actually,
that they supposed to be at, because he
actually,
feel
he
mutants
wanted
were
to.
superior to humans,
Actually, he wanted to kill the Nazis first.
as he
He
should have.
wasn't.
Fuck all
He
of them.
wasn't. He wasn't on all humans just yet.
Okay, fine. But once you get to that point, you are what you hated. You have become the thing that you hated. So
Yeah.
no, he's a villain. That nigga's a fucking villain. Can you understand him? Yes. Do you get why he does the thing he does? Yes. But it doesn't change the fact that the nigga's a fucking villain. Call a spade a spade. Don't give the nigga a pass.
That's the thing. I don't think
He
he's a
got. He
villain.
got a pass. He got a pass from me.
I
He got a pass from me. He got a pass from me.
I honestly think he is a person who.
Is it Aryans? Is that the word I was looking for?
So when I look at Magneto, right? When you have somebody who was in a position where they had no power, and because they had no power, they suffered because of it, and then they get power, and then they are persecuted again because they have power, that is going to skew your view of the world. You are going to see everybody who comes at you as a problem. But there is a problem with that, because then you're going to see everybody as a problem. Because it's going to be, if you're not like me, you're going to have a problem with me. So I now have a problem with you. So I don't see him as a villain, because he's doing what somebody in his position would do. We might not agree with it, or because, morally, we might not agree with it. But when you think about it, if nobody told you that it would be wrong or it's looked down upon to take vengeance on people because of what they did to you, you wouldn't sit there and go, oh, nah, he's wrong for that. Because remember, there was a time where you kill my cat, I kill your dog, and you better not say nothing about it, or you joining the dog.
Yeah.
Now, you say that, but then that's also a thing where that's how we get caught into this gang violent lifestyle. You killed my homie, I'm gonna get back. I kill you, I kill your homie. Your fam gonna get back. They kill somebody from my side, and we keep doing this dance back and forth. So don't tell me that
Well,
there's you kill my dog, I kill your cat, and you
the
leave it alone.
reason why
Fuck you,
I
no.
don't agree. Oh, the reason why I don't agree with the gang lifestyle is because in most cases, we can always say, "Oh, I didn't have a choice," but you chose that lifestyle. Magneto didn't choose to be persecuted. That wasn't his choice.
He didn't, but then he
He
chose to oppress. That was his choice.
He didn't want to
Stop
oppress
trying,
anybody. He
stop
wanted
trying to
kill them
sanctify
all.
this man.
I'm not trying to sanctify him. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he was a good guy.
He
I'm
went.
just saying
He
he's
went
not a-
from. He went with wanting to be left alone. We gonna sit over here. Y'all do y'all thing. We do our thing. That didn't work. So he was like, "Yeah, y'all gotta go."
Yeah, but see, you say that like Genosha or Asteroid M was his first choice. That was his first action. It wasn't. That's just something that he went into saying, "Fuck it, y'all. I'm doing this with y'all. I'm doing this to y'all because of retaliation for what y'all did to me or my kind. That shit ain't popping. It ain't working out. So we're gonna go over here and live on our own." That's what he did. Again, he did not choose separation to build his people before he chose violence. He did not choose to be peaceful. That man chose violence because of what he went through. Again,
So,
he's a villain.
so let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a question. No, real talk. Let me ask you a question. If you minding your business and a man run up on you and beat you damn near to death, you recover. That same nigga run up on you after you recover and try to beat you to death again. And every time you recover, this same nigga keep coming and trying to beat you to death. Are you going to keep waiting for him to come beat you to death, or at some point you're going to go and be like, now it's your turn?
After the first time, I would have killed him. Once I recovered, he'd have died.
Magneto,
Magneto.
It's 2
Hey,
times.
hey. Did I say I was gonna go kill his family?
He didn't.
No.
He didn't. Hey, he
Did I
didn't get
say I
the.
was gonna go
He
kill
didn't get the.
his kids?
He didn't
No.
get the gen. He didn't get the Genuine off
I was
3
gonna-
times. You tried to kill me 3 times. Nah, Los, I do follow you. I do
That was a
follow
good
you.
one.
It's
That was a
just
good one.
that I follow you. I get you. It's just that I just I gotta give him a pass. I gotta give him.
And you know
I can
that's fine.
understand it.
Look,
I
I'm
can
look.
not trying to
understand
make
him.
I'm not trying to make this nigga a saint, and I think that's what you. I'm not trying to make it like
He's
he's a
not.
hero.
Oh, he's
No,
definitely
he's
not.
not a saint. He's an absolute savage. I love him for it. It's my guy. But
Which we're gonna go into with episode 2,
yeah, that's my
because
guy.
that was some savage shit he did.
Please don't make me let you down.
And
Nigga,
and
how do you give a
fuck? Like,
how do you give a heartfelt speech
oh,
that's moving and threaten me at the same time?
same time.
Right, same
Yeah.
time.
But we gonna get to that.
But so
First,
okay.
we actually see him trying to be
So and
a hero.
let's recap this real quick. So, at the beginning of the episode, there is a conversation between Rogue and Magneto where she tells him, the X-Men didn't necessarily trust me at first, and when I came, they accepted me eventually, but I didn't demand their trust. I earned it. So, as they're having that conversation, government rolls up and wants to arrest Magneto. So the government's talking trash. They're like, ha ha ha, you can't do nothing because our guns are unaffected by your magnetism. He said, oh, well, that's cute. What about your helicopters? And proceeds to grab the
This
helicopter.
man is a whole goddamn diabolical genius.
I
He's
love
truly a mastermind.
I
Like,
love- y'all
oh,
didn't realize he was feeling for metal the entire time.
oh, this nigga is a complete savage.
The
I don't-
whole time he is looking for metal.
Yeah,
The
you
whole
got
time.
plastic guns, but you got metal helicopters in my face, you dumbasses.
Right, like
Idiots.
you know I'm gonna kill you, right?
He was
You know
he
I'm
was
gonna
so
kill
quick. He was so quick with it too. Yeah, your electromagnetic powers won't affect our guns. Okay. Now you're surrounded by helicopter blades.
you. Right. So they offer him a trial, and he agrees to go willingly. So he goes to trial. He's collared, and he gives a heartfelt speech because again, this man has been persecuted all.
Wait,
his
wait,
life.
wait, 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 wait,
I know you
wait,
dropped the gun,
wait,
right?
wait a minute.
You know you dropped
Wait a
the gun,
minute.
right?
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Go ahead.
That nigga tried to give a heartfelt speech. Well, as soon as he got to the word coexist, he couldn't even say that shit. That's the second time. That is the second time. Because the first time he actually said it to the X-Men, but he looked so disgusted when he said it, though. He didn't want to say that shit. He is cussing Xavier out right now. He like, you lucky my peoples, because I don't want to do this shit.
And
But
it
then
goes
you
back to
are
what I was saying.
literally in the UN giving a heartfelt speech, and you get to the word coexist, and you just change it, and you go Magneto. You go Magneto with it.
Now, okay, so yes, all that happened, but you forgot to mention why the police pulled up at the school.
yeah, crimes
arrest
against humanity.
Magneto.
They wanted
Yeah, his past crimes.
No, both of y'all forgot. You forget what he was doing in the beginning of that episode, just about the whole fucking episode. How many different mutant places that he went to where mutants was being oppressed or being fucked with, and he just fucked niggas up that was there. Like when the niggas that was stealing these Sentinel parts, when they was
He
in the
left-
sewer with the Morlocks,
They were
and they was
alive.
trying to
Yeah.
abuse the Morlocks. Magneto went down there and fucked them up. Again, majesticness
They're
in
alive,
this man's
though.
brain. This nigga gonna tell them, you gonna come down here and fuck with these poor people who can't even live up there. So they're not even good enough for your trash. You're gonna come fuck with them? Oh, Magneto is he's too prolific. Like he's really trying to give Storm a run for her
real
money.
quick,
He's
real quick,
really
real
trying to
quick.
take that title.
Real quick, can we talk about that majestic mane on his head, though?
Oh,
Those
so about long hair
luxurious
don't care?
lines.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
make me feel
man.
good to still have my shit.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that man made me. He was low key giving off ego vibes because just the white luxurious mane out of the helmet. It was majestic. It was.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was just.
Dog, did you
Yeah.
peep though? Storm, you're as close to a goddess as anyone would
Oh
ever
my
be.
The
God.
Riz.
I was
The
just about to say the
Riz.
Riz on that man is ridiculous.
Riz. He's right.
Yo,
All the X-women.
Yes. Yes,
Yo.
man. Yo.
he's
trying to-
hey, and he's damn near pulled Storm.
He's trying to have a.
She has a healthy respect for him.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't the only thing healthy she gonna have up
Mm-hmm.
there. You picking up what I'm putting there?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yo,
oh yeah. I smell
Magneto,
what the Rock's cooking.
but Magneto dead ass. So the trial gets busted up. You know, good old Trump supporters is at the door. I'm sorry, good old
Trump supporters, you had it right. Trump supporters, you had it right. You had them good
they
old Batmans. You
they
know them.
was coming. They was coming for Magneto, and they was coming for the UN for giving him a trial.
Mm-hmm.
Shit goes down. Storm and Magneto hold it down. I mean, you have two Omega level mutants in this room trying not to kill you.
Speaking of Omega,
Trying
level
not to
mutants,
kill you.
did y'all peep when the Sentinels called Storm an Omega level
Mega
mutant?
level threat.
Yep. Yeah. She's been Omega level since jump.
Put some respect on her name, niggas.
So basically during the midst of all this, what's my man name? What was he? Stalker, assassin? Like I forgot my man name.
It doesn't.
Hitman,
But,
fast kill shot.
Magneto father.
Nah. He came in there, tried to shoot Magneto with one of the radiation bullets that take your powers, but you know, Storm jumped in the way, did the whole Mr. President thing.
Time out.
Oh, he was
Time out.
pissed.
Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Pause. That's bullshit.
No Diddy. No longer pause.
I rewatched that episode because I watched that episode like 4 or 5 times. She saw that nigga because he was still lining up. You could have just said, "Bzz."
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Or
time it would've
Look,
taken you-
hey, literally instead of running over there, wind, lightning.
yeah, I think
Like,
that's
we
why
could-
she didn't do it because you know she got to give a whole monologue before she uses her powers. Her monologue is like 2 minutes. So within the monologue, Magneto would have got shit. The nigga. That was the only thing she could have did.
I think you winged Dalen. He didn't go all the way down. You gotta finish him off.
I mean, getting him. No Diddy. I ain't finishing off no Diddy. Fuck are you talking,
Nah.
sir?
that whole scenario pissed me off because all you had to do was bzz, and that'd have been the end of that. But no, Magneto. Because think about it, that lightning would have traveled way faster than your black ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you know what she could have did? Like Dale said, wind up under the nigga, lift him in the sky.
You
Stop
could
that
have
shit.
did anything
Make fog
other
so
than
he can't
what-
see.
It's a storyline
Make it
It's a
really
storyline.
cold so he starts shivering.
because
Or
they
freeze
kind
the
of
nigga. Like
because they kind of
did.
I mean, granted, they kind of already gave it away with in the 3rd episode with Forge,
We'll get the nigga.
but we're gonna
We'll
get there.
Yes.
People should know who that is.
But still, they didn't know we supposed to. That's a reveal.
Too, man.
We talking about episode 2 right now.
You know
we
what?
didn't even
I'ma
get to
sit-
Magneto big,
I'ma sit my-
big point, and you
I'ma
trying to jump
sit
to
my-
the 3rd part.
I'm gonna sit my black ass back here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. See, that's what Storm should have did. Her ass would still have her fucking powers. Right? That's what the fuck should have.
Can we count that as a death? Can we count that as a death?
Nope.
We keep losing him for a second.
No. I'm gonna get this nigga.
I'm alive.
They go.
You lucky
They
there's
go.
no nigga. You lucky
I'm
there's no
alive.
3 count.
I'm dead.
You kids no 3 drop count. If you was a 3 knockout count, if it was a 3 knockdown count, you'd have been done, son. I'd have won this match. Oh man.
But
Yo.
let's touch on something that was actually kind of in the background, but a major part of this episode. What is you rustling over there, you hungry nigga? I see you handing the goddamn bag like a
Hear you.
raccoon. Over there,
Went to the Amish market. Got a turkey leg. I gotta feed the high.
Was you expecting him to pull something out from the Flintstones? Because I wasn't.
Y'all act like y'all had never been to the Amish
What I
market.
expected
My
at
nigga.
all.
That nigga pulled. My man, that's either a dinosaur foot or Bam Bam's club. But that's something out of the Flintstones. What the fuck?
I can legit say I did not see that coming.
This nigga pulled out. I went to the farmer's market. I'm expecting to see something like this. Bag of chips. Potato chips.
That nigga pulled out a whole person.
My nigga, he pulled out an appendage.
He pulled out a whole fucking baby.
Who are you chopping? What body parts do you have in your basement? This motherfucker's on his Hannibal Lecter shit. That is somebody's kneecap.
Jeffrey.
It goes good with some fava sauce and llama beans.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh man. But no. Okay. So no. But
So
Nah.
Aurora gets hit.
So no. Screw all that. Gene. He's here. Who's here?
Apocalypse.
Again, the gun with the jumping. Stop it.
We don't jump guns around here.
Stop
we
it.
don't jump guns.
That we actually that is episode 2.
That was
So,
3.
remember? No, because remember Cyclops was defending them at first, and then he had to go for.
Yeah. Okay. You know
So
what?
Gene Gene basically was given going into labor.
And that was
she
funny,
had
bro. That was a funny ass part.
she had she had Logan take her to the hospital, and this nigga can't drive.
At all.
Me the episode of Dragon Ball when Piccolo and Goku learned how to drive a car.
Oh my God.
I was rolling.
It was the fit. It was Piccolo's fit for me.
Oh, definitely.
This nigga was in some basketball shorts and jersey and a baseball cap backwards.
Gotta hide the antennas somehow.
If we ain't know he was a nigga, we do now.
That was definitely a nigga fit.
That was a nigga.
That was the fuck nigga fit.
All he was missing was some socks and some slides. That's all he was missing.
No.
It just hit him.
It
was delayed.
What you was saying.
It was delayed.
It took a little while to register what you just said. You said all he needed was some socks and slides. I was dead ass about to say no. All he needed was some socks and slippers. Like, oh,
oh what? Would it be better with some stilettos?
No. I was thinking about that earlier today. No, I didn't even hold you. I was thinking about that shit earlier today. Like, I really said stilettos and I was looking at me like that. Like, the fuck did I say? What's wrong with these niggas?
I was watching that shit earlier, doing edits, and that part played. Why the fuck was I laughing so goddamn hard? Because we dead ass let you be wrong. We dead ass just watched you. Like, okay, let's see where he goes with this.
Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
It wasn't until he looked at both our faces. And he ran it back where he... Oh. I did say stilettos.
Yeah, that wasn't the right word. That was not the right word. No. Oh, shit. But back to the show. Shout out to my man Cyclops for being a real nigga. Him and Vegeta, real niggas. Vegeta said, fuck you and your tournament. I'm not going nowhere till my baby is born. Cyclops said, fuck you and your case. I am going to see my baby be born. Storm, hold shit down here. I'm out.
All right. So let's not pretend that Scott didn't get his shit rocked prior to leaving.
He did get.
He used up all his cool stamina in the first episode.
Scott
he
got pieced up like it was Logan beating his ass.
He did get pieced up.
And my man was talking stone cold shit the whole time.
You know what?
You think y'all have it hard? Us normal people have it. I hate that as much as I hate you. I was like, yo.
I hate the gums. I hate the back and forth.
You gotta do the with it. I hate the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck.
Yo, get me out of here. Stop it.
My bad. But the fact that my man beat Scott's ass, talk shit the entire time. And what saved him was his wife going into labor, because he would have still been getting his ass beat. He would have accomplished the mission. He would have stalled old boy, but he would have still been getting his ass beat with the credits rolling.
He whooped on Scott like he was a parent. Did not tell you. Senseless. Scott got his visor on, still like, Jesus Christ.
Why the visor had a scar in it?
got his visor tipped. He's like, oh god, he beat me. He beat me so
Ha-
bad.
I thought I was the only one that was fucked up behind that. Like the visor was dead scarred too. Like I thought it was just me looking at that. Like how?
Scott got up. I broke my back.
What happened? Spinal.
all right. Tag out. Go to the hospital. Somebody take the collar off Magneto. You're in.
So random question, because Rogue can control how much or what she takes.
Yes. She had to let you go, but yes.
But no, she cannot control what she takes.
Not
she
what.
just like
how much?
But yes, she can take your knowledge. Because remember, when
she takes memories and everything.
When she took Miss Marvel powers, she got her memories too.
Right.
So yeah,
And she held on to her for too long, so that's how she has the strength in flight.
yeah. So a lot of people don't know that either. Oh, spoil. I guess I can't call that a spoiler because it's old as shit. But yeah, Rogue naturally can't fly. She's not strong. Her mutant powers is absorption from touch. She just raped Miss Marvel too long, and yeah, that turned out the way it did. Wait, I'm sorry, by definition she did. Miss Marvel didn't want that. Rogue forced it on her.
So she can fly, she has strength, and she has a little highlight.
She's trying to hold it in.
I see him. He's holding on. He's doing good.
I'm telling y'all not gonna kill me this episode.
Miss Marvel was on Law and Order. That's all I'm saying. Rogue should have been locked up by Liv.
They should have did a cutaway with her talking to Stabler.
Why?
Rogue, how did you get your powers? All of a sudden we see Benson. Honey, that's rape.
I swear, Stabler and Jason Statham cousins.
I can agree to that.
They gotta be. But back to the show. So we can actually get to the best part now because we done touched on just about everything else in episode 2. When Magneto saw Storm on the floor,
that man lost it for a moment. For a moment, he forgot everything he was trying to do. He forgot all his good intentions.
For a moment, my ass, he lost it until he got to a stopping point, which was right before space.
And when he let out that tear like the Indian in them old trash commercials,
Magneto reminded me of Marvin from Baby Boy at that time. No, he's want to fuck with a nigga when they got 2 strikes, trying to make me go back. Was trying everything in his power not to go back to who he was. Like y'all niggas is really trying to be like wait. For the
but that's what I got when I saw the tear. I was like, oh, he's really fighting it right now. He wants to kill the shit out of them. He wants to drop them from there.
When he first grabbed that nigga, that was the call for your mama.
So Los, you know how you said he lost it a little bit? It was the 2 bounces that let me know, no, he lost it. Wow. Now I'm going to strap you to the wall.
He took his weapon, strapped it to a little icon.
That nigga walked up to Magneto. I got heat for niggas like you, cuz. Do you, sir? Do you? Do you?
Yo,
okay.
He bounced him off the ground twice, took his weapons, strapped him to a metal dish, talked to him upside down, took everybody to goddamn orbit, and then gave a heartfelt speech.
Line, if y'all could only see the world the way Charles did, like this.
Right.
Instead of how small and insignificant we make it. I am trying to be better.
that
hold up.
Wait.
Hey, but then hold up. Then there was the pause as he flips my man to see the earth, the drop that he might have, and then give that last line.
Ain't no Red Bull jumping out of this bitch.
Make me let you down.
Oh,
that's the most gangster shit I've ever. How do you inspire me and instill fear in me at the same time?
And the most literal shit ever too, because he literally going some. I could drop y'all from right here and stay where I'm at. Y'all know
But
that,
no,
right?
wait,
Like,
before the monologue, insignificant ant. I could
Dog,
crush you
oh,
with a
dog,
step. No, I could smite
dog.
you with a step.
that
That,
was that's some Freezer shit right there. That's some
he
Freezer move
said
right there.
he said bigot. What was it? Bigot.
I can't remember what he called. He called each one of them something.
Bigot, ingrate, and when he said
Man,
sycophant, I was like, I ain't even heard that one. I ain't even heard that one. It's
well,
like,
he
God
wasn't
damn, you mad? You mad today?
Niggas are old school
this ain't a
words.
kid show no more.
No, it's not. Shit, hey Siri, what was this a sycophant? Like, yo,
Hey Siri, how do you say sacrifice?
I'm mad that he used it in the sentence. I still didn't know what the hell it was. Like, yo, like Magneto was pissed.
Oh man, that was awesome though. Like that line, just because, and then at the end, when we had our little bullshit Sasuke and Sakura moment, when Storm left the damn compound, just leaving Jean and everybody else. I'm like, yo, this is so fucking terrible.
But wait,
This
real quick,
Jean had company.
real quick. Did you see the moment that broke Storm? Though that hurt my heart.
yeah. I
She
can't
is
feel
always-
the no more.
Well, no,
No.
it's always been a spiritual connection with her, and she lost that connection.
No.
So that's why it
telling
hurt
you.
her so much.
No.
She legitly is a goddess in Marvel.
The moment in the show that broke Storm was when she was in her room and the lightning struck.
Oh,
And it scared her. Yeah.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
the
yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
That's when she broke.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Oh,
That was like that. And that's when she was like, I can't be here. That hurt my heart. Seeing
And-
that hurt me because that was like, what? Can you imagine being scared of something that was yours for so long?
Since she was 13,
yeah. About to say she's
power-
always, but she's always
her
been scared
powers
of
meant-
shit like that.
her powers manifested at 13.
And before they manifested, she used to be scared of this shit.
She was weak.
So-
She was the weakest.
She was claustrophobic though, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Very much so. Very, very much so.
and I think they actually went into that on the original run.
They
Yeah,
did.
They did.
They did. They even went back to her home country. And everything.
Her village and everything.
Yeah.
To see that lightning strike scare her, I was like, no, my baby, no.
And it's funny you said that because the third episode really broke my heart. Like I was really in my feels for that third episode.
But wait.
I know we ain't get there yet. I'm
The-
just saying.
The cliffhanger at the end of the first or the second episode.
So yes, at the end of the episode, we now have Jean Grey pop up at the mansion. Mind you, Jean Grey has been at the mansion this whole time, but Jean Grey, this is confusing, I know, but Jean Grey pops up at the mansion and says, I need the X-Men. And Jean Grey standing back there looking at Jean Grey like, who is this Jean Grey? I'm Jean Grey.
Bitch, I am the
Boring.
X-Men. What are you doing?
It was literally a Spider-Man name. So crazy cliffhanger, and Scott's over there like, what in the? Well, who have I been diddling in all this time?
That was legitly the face. that must be how Hinata feels being married to Naruto. She can't tell if she's fucking Naruto or a shadow clone at this point. That's probably how she feels. She's in the bed with Naruto this whole time, and then Naruto walks in.
Right.
Which one of you is the real one?
That that always reminds me of Watchmen. That scene when Dr. Manhattan is smashing Shorty, but he's also
And
doing
working
the
at the
science project, and she's like, and then he creates multiples, and she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Or Invincible with multi-cape.
Oh.
I gotta get caught up on Invincible.
All I'm gonna say is Invincible's about to get really, really, really
Messy.
Because I watched that second season. Oh,
Actually, wait, Dalen,
I read the comic.
are they following the comics?
I don't know if they can. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, no, the comics get so messy. Oh, it's bad.
I think violence wise, yes, but I think that one scene with Mark, no.
Ooh, with the Viltrumite chick?
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah, I know
happened,
about that
but I
scene.
thought that
Yeah, I know about that.
happened after Mars or something.
That happens. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that happens.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So we get
But
on topic. Anyway, episode
but
two,
yeah.
right? Before we
So
get to the
3.
ranking, no, wait, we still on two
Oh,
because we got to rank two and
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
But before we get to the ranking, since we revealed that Jean popped up saying she need the X-Men, before Jean popped up saying she need the X-Men, did either one of y'all speculate that that was Madeline instead of Jean, or did you just
I
accept the fact that they had got pregnant?
once Madeline popped up. Well, actually, I already knew that was Madeline from
No,
the
but see, here's
comics.
my thing. We know that Scott had a kid with Madeline.
right.
We know that. But what I'm asking you is, if you did you set that aside for this particular episodes because you could just accept the fact that Scott and Jean got married and in the time she got pregnant, just natural course of life, or did you look at it like that's not Jean, that's Madeline, before they actually revealed that that was
No,
Madeline?
once Jean popped up at the door, I was like, "That's Madeline. They're doing that story."
So
That's
before
Madeline.
that,
So
you thought that was Jean though.
Yes, I
so
legitly did think that was. I didn't know what they was gonna do, how they were, because they did retcon a little bit of Cable's origin.
Mm-hmm.
They did change it, but I didn't know what they were gonna do with this. Plus, they never did close the loop with Cable, so I didn't know when they were going to do it. But I put Madeline out of my brain until Jean showed up, and that's when I was like, "All right, Madeline Pryor."
Okay,
I
bro.
didn't think Madeline, but I felt like something was off with Jean for how hard she was pushing Cyclops to leave the X-Men. I don't think Jean would have done that.
No,
So that kind of made me look at her kind of weird because, like, why are you pressing so hard for this man to leave the X-Men at this particular time, at this fragile time? Why are you pushing for this man so hard to leave? So that
Now
didn't sit right with me.
I partly get what you're saying, but the only reason why I gave it any credibility is because she's pregnant and she's looking at it at the stance of a mother. Like, yeah, we're about to bring a kid into this life, and I know the fight that we've been having, but we owe this kid now, and we can't continue to fight this fight the way we've been fighting it because that'll put our kid in danger. That will put our life that we're building in danger.
I could
That's how
see
I looked at it.
I could see that point of view and I could accept that if and only if it wasn't so much about leaving, but we need to, like you said, let's look at the way we do things. Let's look at the
Mm-hmm.
way we operate as X-Men. Had she done something like that, I'd have
Mm-hmm.
been like, okay, okay, maybe. But the whole, we need to leave, we need to
Mm-hmm.
leave, I don't want to be here anymore. That was like weird to me. So I was like, I don't trust it.
Okay.
But I didn't think Madeline. I didn't go to the Madeline angle, but I knew I was like,
Mm-hmm.
something's really off with her, and I don't like it.
And
It smells bad.
that's how I feel. But you know, before we move on and rank this shit, there's one more thing I got to touch on when it comes to this second episode. Okay. And I know I said it. I don't know if I said it while we was on the air. I know we spoke
Mhm.
about it. But fuck that zesty ass outfit they got Magneto wearing. I hate that fucking zesty ass fit. Like, who the hell told him to put on? You know what that shit remind me of? You remember the little Nord from McDonald's back in the day that used to the rabbit looking shit with the red suit? He giving me that
From
vibe
Domino's.
with the
From
Jeff Hardy
Domino's.
Dominoes. Yes, he's giving
the
me that
noise.
vibe with the Jeff Hardy arm sleeves. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Exactly. You got your long ass sleeves on. And then when you get into a
Hey,
fight, you get a run in your sleeve, my nigga.
so
I'm
who
I'm
gonna check him?
done.
Who gonna
Who
check
go-
him?
Right. We're going to do something about it. I'll wait.
He gonna fuck them up and take they bitch.
Long dick style.
Wow, 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 wow.
I don't like the outfit, but I won't say it to his face. I tell
You walking
that
away.
much.
You dress like a bitch.
That's a nice M. Where did you get that M painted?
And then that shit, oh my god, dude, gotta cover your whole fucking body. At this
Yo,
point, he got
why?
the M's just go all
Wait,
the way down the leg.
wait.
Like
Why he look like
he should
somebody
have the M's
repainted
go from
Mach
his
5?
ankles up to his shoulders, and then the dip part by the crotch.
No,
Like, go
no.
100% zest with this fucking outfit.
He got,
Ain't
he
that
got
fit?
Speed Racer M on his chest. He got the
Yes, he
Mach 5
does.
M on his chest.
Yes,
Now,
he
it would have
does.
been cold if you really want to get zesty, like you said, do the whole M and just have the white stripe down the leg.
That's what I just said.
Yes, that's what I said. That's you
So
got. You
so
got to
all
go
right,
That's
all
what I
right.
just
So
said.
Los,
And
so
have that
Los.
middle M part meet at the crotch. So
All
you'll
right.
have the down the
So
leg, come to and then the middle M.
all right. So before we move on, because we already know how you feel, red suit Magneto,
Oh my God, they should have said it there.
zest suit Magneto, or white suit Magneto.
Ooh. Nope, 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 nope. Sticking with the classic. Red suit Magneto. That red suit with that metal shoulder plate with the damn purple cape and that helmet. Oh, that helmet, dog. Oh, with that light, with the right light, that helmet kind of scary.
All right.
With
So
the
Pete,
right lighting, yeah, you that nigga terrifying.
he made the helmet to keep Charles out of his head.
Not true.
Charles, no.
That was just something that they added in the movies, the
Because
X Men
I,
movies. That wasn't true.
because legitly, I'm sitting here like you do realize he was fucking with Magneto's head even with that helmet on, right?
He
In the cartoon, yeah,
no,
he was.
He actually says it in the cartoon too.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
Go
he
back
does.
and watch
He's
it.
talking
No,
about
in the cartoon, no, in the cartoon, he says that it was made to keep him out of his head.
No, it doesn't.
Bro,
back and
He
watch it.
does.
hold on. Go back and
He-
watch the episode where he's talking to Rogue in the room. He said, "I thought."
Oh, you
I
talk about
needed-"
X Men '97.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He referenced he needed the helmet. He's like, "I thought I needed the
no, no,
helmet."
no, no,
to
no.
keep
I wasn't
Charles out."
talking about that. I was talking about in the original animated X Men series.
Oh,
That was not a thing. That helmet blocking out Charles' power did not become a thing until they said it in the Fox X Men movies.
Nah, it was confusing too. They said it in the comics too, but this is
Nigga.
after he done already fucked with his head. But it was before the Fox movies.
I've literally never heard that in any kind of
I
realm
will-
of Magneto and Charles.
I will
before
do
that
the
X-Men
I would
movie.
do the research and let you know.
Thank you, bro. Because
I
that
will.
you definitely just put a new wrinkle on my head. If you could show me that, you just taught me something. Because that's literally never been a thing.
But
Well,
as far as what you rate this episode,
I will
okay.
not. I'm not going to give it a 10
uh-huh.
because I feel that even though we have, okay, this episode was more of a Magneto glaze. Honestly, it was really showing Magneto's fight to battle his old self to be the person that he feels Charles wanted him to be. It was a battle of him trying to get down with the crew, trying to get everybody to follow his lead and not look at him the way he used to be. It was more so. It was more of a eternal or a character battle than actual battle. I feel like the action in this episode was lack because they didn't give it that appeal, or they didn't give it that attention. I should say. Excuse me. So because of the lack of an action, I would give it about a 9, 8. I would give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna take a point away for that zesty ass outfit. I'm staying on that hill, and the lack of action. It was more monologue for me in that episode, and the fact that they took 8.5, 8.5. Fine, 9. I'll give it a 9. No, I'm gonna give it a 9 because I just remembered the fact that they took Storm powers. That little cliffhanger right there. I'll overlook Magneto's zestiness for that.
Okay,
No,
so
no, I'm not. Fuck Magneto's zestiness. I'm gonna overlook the lack of action for that. Still a 9, but Magneto's zestiness will definitely be the point that I'll take away for that.
Uncanny X-Men 1963.
1985 is when that comic came out. Is when Magneto had that outfit on. I know.
1963.
I know what it says. Uncanny X-Men 1963. But look at the year it was released. It should say 1985.
Well, it's basically, long story short, yeah, is to defend himself against Charles Xavier's immense telepathic power. Magneto designed the helmet to be telepathic proof thanks to its shape and the complex circuitry hiding under it. Under its relatively simple metal shell. Now there has been things where it's not foolproof. You can still be fucked with, but basically it gives great attention or great protection.
I definitely appreciate that. I really didn't. I've never saw that. Okay, good shit. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna give the episode a 10.
I don't have Los's outfit issues.
Man, fuck that
I
shit.
don't either.
But no, I feel like the episode itself was a good change of pace from the first episode. The first episode was really action heavy, which kudos. I think the second episode still had some good action in it, but it was a good setup episode because of the different storylines that arced off. Because you now have um, the Gene story, you now have the Cable story, you now have the Storm losing her powers story. You now have just the whole shakeup in the X-Men because of this Gene character now showing up. There was a good like segue episode into the now branching stories on the rest of the season. So because of that, like y'all followed up with some solid Scott Glaze, gave us some Magneto sauce on my X-Men tendies. So yeah.
Did X mark the spot?
Oh yes, it did. Oh yes, it did. Yeah, X marked all over that spot.
Oh God.
Talk about Marcus Spots. I think it would be an R, not an X. Y'all don't get it? Because I can see the
No.
confusion in your face.
Absolutely. No.
Robert Kelly.
Oh.
He marks all the spots.
No. 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 I'm not.
Mark Kelly.
There's a good
Yes.
reason why I didn't get it because I didn't want it. Like
I don't think you understand how that word works, sir.
no, I don't want it.
What you want and what you get are two different things. I don't think you understand how that works.
I'm not gonna get nothing I don't want.
He's a warrior, Dalen, a warrior.
Thank you for telling him. He's acting like he don't know how this works.
Listen. You're walking over, but you're limping back.
No, you gonna be limping back.
No,
That's
I
the
ain't.
point.
No, bro, no Diddy. No Diddy. You're not. No. Pineapple.
Understand that y'all are close.
Not that close. I don't even like that nigga for real.
We ain't never had matching outfits, nigga.
Ever.
I was just telling Rose that the other day. We might have had matching sneakers. We might have
We
had
might have
matching
had
shirts.
matching
But we ain't
We ain't never
never
had
had matching
matching
outfits. We ain't never walked down the street
Not
twinning.
never.
Not never.
Not a nail nutter.
So, as far as my rating, I have no issue with the Zest suit. The episode went back to its, took us back to the roots. The whole thing with racism and everything that always existed with the X-Men. It set the storylines up, like Dalen said. Pretty much, that first episode was that attention grabber. This is what these motherfuckers can do now. That second episode was getting into the story, and I appreciate all of it. So, for me, it got a 10.
All right. So, good old episode 3.
Ooh, the tearjerker.
Oh, yes, that one. So,
The soul.
before we move on, like actually get into it, it's something that I want to address with that came from this episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's about Morph. Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
can you address it when we get to it? Because a lot happened in this episode prior to that point.
Okay.
Because that's also a topic I want to get on right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yes. So let's start out. So we pick up where we left off from episode 2. They are looking at Gene and Gene, two pairs. Looking at a pair of jeans.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
You see what I did there. So they're looking at a pair of jeans. Scott's like, how do I get in them? Logan's like, how do I get in them?
Oh no! Side note: I was full on waiting on Logan to lose his shit.
Like, what's going on?
There is a prize for second place.
I don't have to cry over a picture no more.
How did Wolverine nose not pick up on that not being Gene though?
Because they were legitimately, genetically the exact same.
She is an identical clone. The only way to tell them apart was what Beast did.
Carbon dating.
Yeah, but see,
So
okay, here's my thing.
Mhm.
Here's my thing. Wolverine was there when her water broke, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right. So all of those genetics and shit that Beast took to find out who that was, would those same cells not be inside that water that came out of Madeline? It would, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Genetically identical.
Right? Wouldn't Wolverine be able to smell that? If he could smell iron in blood, if he,
Genetically identical.
I get that,
That
but your
was Gene.
genetics is, mm.
It
That
was
was Gene.
literally Gene.
But here's my thing, right?
Because
What did
because
Beast
when
do? What did Beast do to find out that those cells weren't the same as genes? He looked at them
no,
with the
they
magnifying
are the
glass and
same.
spliced.
They're the
He
same.
said
Okay,
they are the same.
so what was it that he identified to show that it
One
wasn't genes?
Which
one of them
genes
was
were
older.
Right, right.
So that's why he said I had to do carbon dating.
Yeah. I get
Gene
you. I
that
get you.
showed up is
Right.
older than the one that's been with us.
Follow you. Follow you. Okay.
Something I saw and I noticed years ago and forgot until I saw somebody said it.
Hmm.
You can easily tell the real Gene. Why? Because this bitch faints after everything. And what she do when she came through the door? I need the X-Men.
This ends now. Scott needs help.
So yeah,
Dog,
nah.
you can literally go find videos of nothing but her fainting for like 5 minutes.
Oh
You're
wow.
starting to make her sound like Sakura. Stop it.
Wow.
She's an Omega level Sakura.
So she's Sakura in Boruto. Okay, cool. I mean, that's basically
But
it.
so we figure out which gene is which. Scott is standing there like humming, and we're gonna call Madeline like Scott. You need to believe me. You've been in these drawers. You need to believe me. you didn't
The
you
bitch
didn't
had
clap
the
these
nerve to say Storm would believe me.
feet. Right.
Like, bitch.
Well, Storm,
The messed
And
the messed
Storm
up
would've
part
been wrong.
is the messed up part is Storm probably would have believed her.
And Storm would have been wrong. She'd have been like me when I said stilettos. Confident and wrong.
I'm so glad it didn't take you that long to figure it out. Oh, when I went back and watched that shit, you were so confident with it.
really was.
Confident and wrong. Yes, I
really
know.
was.
I
You
know.
know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of the 75 story with my cousin. 5, 6, 7.
I love that story. I still think you should have took that money.
No,
I still think you getting fucked up. I'm not taking that.
It
That's
was-
too creative to turn down.
it wasn't $75. I want my
It was
money,
$7.
man.
I know, but it was
I
still
want my money, man.
it was too fucking creative to turn down. That was
Making a fool of me,
fucking
man.
hilarious.
But no,
Oh,
so they figure out Gene's a fake, or Madeline's the fake Gene, and then like clockwork,
The whole house goes in disarray because who decides to show up and play mind games? Mr. Sinister. Mr. Oogie Boogie himself.
now is he playing mind games or is he just being who he is right now?
he's being
He's
who
being
At
who
this
he
point-
is.
At this point, he's just like, yeah, let's take the cat out the bag.
But
You know,
no,
I'm
no.
kind of a little glad that they he was creepy before, but now he got that kind of cool creepy.
Creepy.
Yeah, he's a little more scary movie creepy versus just creepy overall. Cause
Oh
dog,
no,
him
this episode was a horror movie.
him trying to get like in the old run, he kept kidnapping Scott and Jean. He kept doing crazy shit. It was just creepy.
This man has been watching.
You
Scott
were
since he was a
obsessed. You were obsessed with both of them since they were kids.
kid. Kids.
This nigga rolled up
You
to the
were
Hey, Scott.
you were obsessed with them and trying to get their bodily fluids.
Hey, Gene.
No Diddy.
So quickly.
Fast
So
forward,
terrible.
he was.
It sounds
Fast
so
forward to
terrible.
2024.
He wait.
Hey there,
He's
sugar
gonna make a
lips.
list.
Time
I
out.
see you got a baby there.
Time out. He was the original Orochimaru.
Yes, yes, he is.
That's better than what I was gonna say.
That was him.
Yeah.
For the folks at home, Mr. Sinister is a doctor that was in what the 1700s or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much he was experimenting with mutants and giving himself different mutant abilities. He essentially made himself immortal.
Which no, which storyline are
Except
you going
for
for?
no Sinister.
That's not his back, nigga.
Okay,
No.
so what's it? So what's his backstory?
His name is Nathaniel Essex. Yes, he was
Yes,
in that time, and
yes.
his one of his kids fell ill and died. When his kid died, he got infatuated with living because he didn't want to go through that shit. When that happened, Apocalypse approached him and told him, "I can give you immortality," but he didn't take it. Then Nathaniel's wife and other kid died. When that happened, he took Apocalypse up on his offer, and that's how we got Mr. Sinister as he is. With Apocalypse powers and his technology, it made him who
I
he is
gotta
now.
I gotta
You
go back and
actually
look
right.
him.
You
Okay.
Yeah, I
right.
know I'm right.
Right now.
Now the only caveat, and I'm still trying to figure out to this day, Cyclops is the only one that can hurt this motherfucker.
And I'm glad you said that because this is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I was actually writing, taking notes on this shit because I actually went looking to see why Cyclops' power can hurt this nigga, and that's the only thing that could really hurt him. And I can't find anything. There's literally nothing out there, or nothing that I can find
Nobody's ever really, not that
giving
I've
us a
seen
reason.
anyway, giving us an explanation. Just
So,
Cyclops beamed him, and
So
it actually hurt him.
my head
supposedly,
canon.
hold on, real quick.
Hmm.
Supposedly, and I've been seeing this a lot now.
Cyclops is, and I have to look this up to see just how true this actually is. Supposedly,
The
there
other
was a
dimension
video-
thing.
Yeah, that Cyclops' eyes are actually a gateway.
That's what I was
to
gonna say,
another
and that's
dimension.
true. Cyclops does not release concussive blasts. His eyes are portals. They're portals to another dimension, and he just releases. So that was my head canon. It's either the fact that Colossus is opening a portal, introducing Sinister to an element or a force that he has never came in contact with, so he doesn't know how to counteract it, or this world doesn't have that kind of technology or understanding of whatever the fuck portal is opening, or the fact that did you know that Cyclops attacks with 2 gigawatts of power? Those
Mhm.
concussive blasts are two. Yeah, maybe 2 gigawatts is just too much for his body to handle. I don't know. I don't know. It's either the force or the portal.
Have
I'm
you
thinking the
seen
portal.
that leather suit? That man can handle 2 gigawatts.
I've also seen what Cyclops blast
He
has done to that leather
he
suit.
he put Diddy on a dog collar.
He, ew.
That nigga said, "Ew."
Yo, oh man, I know we on an X-Men episode, but Jesus Christ,
Well,
I saw a video of Diddy dressed up like the Joker from Batman Returns. Not Batman Returns.
we're
The
gonna
Return of
keep
Batman.
we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep
Okay,
moving.
cool.
I don't
I'll
need
talk to
that.
y'all about that.
I don't
No,
need
you're
that.
gonna hear about this.
No,
Oh no,
no.
you're gonna hear about
I'm Rocket Raccoon on this movie. I'm going off on my own adventure. You're gonna have to hold that stone with the rest of the Guardians.
it. If I ever held a stone wall,
Jalen has left the chat.
he can still hear us. So it's fine. He can still hear us. I give it a god dang.
God damn
But,
it! Now the image is there. Now the image is there.
Oh, you gotta wait till you hear what you gotta.
I gotta
hear
go
what
erase
we
some
did.
memories.
Yeah,
Need to put a card in my
Beat
head.
off. Fuck.
Block out a good
So-
decade or so.
So Sinister popped up on
Ooh,
Madeline in the
That's
room.
sorry. Let me real quick.
Mhm.
Last time I stopped you. Sorry. Kind of play for what Dalen just said. What did you just say, Dalen?
Put a card in my head.
Yeah. Right. Cool. So, did you know that Sinister and Gambit got a history?
Vaguely.
I did not.
Yes. Little bit of information that I found out. Gambit should be stronger.
Gambit in
Gambit
certain
pulled. No,
he has the
Gambit pulled-
potential to be Omega level, and he actually is Omega level in one of the other in the Ultimate Universe.
And it doesn't matter how strong he is, he should be stronger than that. Gambit pulled the Kenpachi. His powers were becoming too much to the point where he couldn't control them. So he went to Sinister looking for help, and Sinister cut off a piece of his brain membrane or some shit. and that piece of Gambit brain that he cut off took away some of Gambit powers. So now Gambit is actually able to control the powers that he has. If Sinister never did that, Gambit would be stronger, but he wouldn't be able to control his powers.
So in the other continuity that I was talking about, where Gambit is Omega level, he literally is a walking ball of kinetic energy. That whole thing that with Sinister never happened, and he's just ridiculously powerful.
Gambit is a motherfucker.
But
yes.
they basically they pretty much they set that up to say that is his potential. Like he is ridiculously powerful,
He should
and
be
he's an
stronger.
Omega level mutant. But in 616, he is who he is.
Wicked. Fucking wicked. Just want to drop that little bit of information. I found that crazy. But go ahead. You were saying, Dell?
Now I was saying, Sinister walked up on Madeline in the room. Hey, that's a nice baby you got there,
Basically, I like you and I want you.
baby. The other white meat,
We could do this to eat.
baby. It's what's for dinner.
Oh,
Look, you keep
You gonna give me your baby.
your X-Men. Just give me the baby.
baby.
And apparently- It was, and apparently he implanted one of his diamonds on her. So basically, he was able to corrupt her mind, and
Gotta.
by the time everybody come up
Doctor
there,
Strange Multiverse of Madness. Basically.
dog. Here's the part that got me, because I already knew the Madeline Pryor storyline. I just never knew the Goblin Queen part of it, and I'm just like, all right,
Oh yeah.
heat of the moment. I understand you're excited, everything going. That was the name you gave yourself at that moment.
I'm Madeline Pryor.
That's what you. No, that was later. I am the Goblin Queen. Oh, okay. Thought he was gonna be something a little more menacing, but that's what you got.
Yeah,
That's the hill you're gonna die
The
on.
amount of power you were walking around with, Goblin Queen.
Because Madeline is essentially Omega level as well, because she is Jean.
Let's take that back to the drawing board though. Let me stick to the names. You stick to the whooping ass. I'll do
Oh,
the
so
names.
she should have called herself Scarlet Witch.
No.
Scarlet Witch exists in this universe.
I mean, but that's essentially who she is.
Nah.
Yeah.
Kinda, because they had Madeline warping reality a little bit, but it was more of a mental level though in that episode. Because yeah, pretty much the X-Men went to hell. You know,
It turned to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
But you can't tell me it wasn't funny though. You can't tell me that when Morph was checking that damn thing, the schedule.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Rogue is really working on his stamina with the new boss. Like, yo, Morph is an asshole.
No, Morph wants asshole. This is what the fuck I was talking about with Morph. I know I'm not the only one that saw it.
So here's the thing. Here's my thing with Morph.
The creators say he's non-binary. Did you know?
Yeah, he's fluid. He's Loki. He can change into different shit.
Yeah, he froze again.
God damn it. Can y'all hear me still?
Oh,
Yep,
you can hear
but
you.
you look
just
stuck like
froze.
Chuck.
Yeah, y'all are stuck on my screen too.
No,
Yeah,
you're
you
stuck
know
on
this
our
shit,
screen. So
Yeah,
two greater
which
than
means
one.
you're stuck to the
problem.
world, not us.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. I see you moving. You see me moving?
And yeah, oh, you definitely moving. I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
I know. See,
Bye.
and we lost him again,
Bye bye.
and we lost him.
So,
And we're
yeah.
not even close to the end of the episode though. Like, what
Right.
the fuck?
Well, no, it's like an hour 28. You know what I mean?
I know, but we ain't finished with episode 3 yet, and we
I
about up
know.
close to our average time.
No. So how you been, bro?
Oh man, working my ass off, bro. I don't know what the fuck made niggas called out. So it last day at work. I just came off of working 10 days straight. Yeah,
I know that.
yeah,
Check fat. I know that check fat though.
yeah. Well,
Let me hold.
it's
about
nothing
22.
special. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the way my job is set up. They give us a 3-day weekend. So after you get that 3-day weekend, you on the schedule for like a good 7-8 days straight.
Oh, so they take you out and treat you real nice, and they wine and dine you, and then they strap you in and pipe you down.
With no spit or lube. Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
terrible. That's
Yes.
terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you got a bunch of nice things to look at while it's happening to you. You know, they done splurged on you all weekend. all the pretty stuff they bought is right over there in the corner. You can enjoy the view. They just gonna make sure that you take this plug too. That's all that is. That's all that is. You gonna earn your trip, nigga. You gonna earn
Oh,
your trip. Oh,
welcome back.
Yay.
welcome back, welcome back, welcome back,
So,
nigger.
so since we're talking about Sinister, basically dabbling in everybody's brains, show the things he was showing people was wild. Like that
Why did
was.
he have Morph walk
Wait,
up on
wait,
Wolverine in the shower?
wait,
Because
wait,
you haven't
wait.
realized yet that he likes Wolverine.
That's
Before
the
we
point I'm
even
making.
go
Since
there,
when?
why you gonna show this man Gambit, Rogue, and Magneto?
Melting into each other in
My
the, in the,
man
lu-
Gambit
in the
came out the room
bayou.
and said, "That's something I will never be able to unsee." Yo,
She was whole ass in a swamp with Magneto melting into each other. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
and
oh,
they was
that's
bucking naked.
symbolic. She's
They,
showing whole.
they bucking naked.
everybody else is a little fucked up. Fucking Beast opened the elevator and you got, you know,
My nigga said,
that big ass
"What did he
head.
say? What did he say?"
One of us is on the
On the
wrong
wrong
floor.
floor. Oh, Beast, I didn't know you were so funny.
Beast was the
I
only
didn't know
one
you were so funny.
unbothered this whole
He really
episode.
was. Beast was a Mario on this episode. That
Everybody was going through some shit. For Beast, it was a random Tuesday.
He said,
Like,
he said, this ain't right.
yeah.
Huh.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
bullshit. Bullshit's happening. I see. I know bullshit when I step in it.
Yeah. Oh, Beast is too
so
smart
the
for that.
so the ground breaks. Pretty much everybody goes to hell.
Right. And
Here,
then we get to Morph. And this is, bro, I'm gonna let you go first about this Morph. What would you wanted to say about Morph?
Okay. Um, two things really. One, the reveal that this nigga is choosing to have his face like that, it bothers me. I don't understand why. I thought that this morph was just the character that they was going to make him to be in this show. He was just going to be a ditto face, basically. But he's choosing to just have blank face because he reverts back to the morph who was abused by Sinister, bags in the eyes and everything. But then you go back to the blank face. Why? If they don't explain that, I'm gonna have a problem with that for the rest of the season, and I know this for a fact.
there's something else that I need explained too, because not only do we need that explained, but Morph left the X-Men because he was that fucked up.
Technically,
They never
Wolverine
explained,
chased him,
but they never explained how he came back.
and they never explained. Well, they did
So
back in
that's
the other
that's
series. So
that's number one. No, no, no. How he came back now. Yes, he got resurrected and all that shit. And then when he finally was free of that mind control from Sinister, he left because he was fucked up. He had PTSD. He wasn't ready to be back a part of the X Men. He never came back to the X Men even after the original run ended. So he's back now. Hey, how did you come back? What happened? The other thing that wasn't explained, Bishop. Why is he still there?
technically, they
Because
did
he
his
well,
watch.
he no, but he disappeared too. Now he's back living with the X Men.
Well, what your question should have been is what brought him back initially. The reason why he was there, the reason why he's there right now, the reason why we see him essentially is because Beast had to fix his watch to get him back. So his watch, his means of transportation was broken. That's why he was still there. But we don't know what
But I
brought
could
him
have
back
swore
initially.
I was about to say I could have swore he went to the future. I remember that.
Oh yeah, Bishop
But
wasn't
what
there
bro
when the show
yeah.
ended.
So what and yeah, they never explain basically those two characters, them being back in the mansion is not explained. I'm hoping they explain at least with Bishop explain it besides just having him there to close the loop with Cable.
Now, my other
Well,
issue with Morph
mhm.
is what I was getting at, and this is gonna be, I don't want to say controversial, but I know that in this day and age, even talking about this kind of shit becomes a problem. Um, I don't understand why they keep trying to force on these relationships. these gay relationships, I should say. We spoke about this before. I don't understand why they did that with Voltron. It was just something that added. Like I understand the
Vol-
concept of representation.
Voltron was
I,
shoehorned in. That was
so the fuck
shoehorned
was
in.
this? Nigga, Morph had
No, no, no,
never
no, no.
showed any interest on Wolverine. Not like that.
Morph. I was about to say they had a close
They
relationship.
have
You
a
could
close
probably
friendship.
miss.
Don't say
You could
relationship.
probably.
Don't
I
say
say
relationship.
relation. Okay, they had a close friendship, and
Very.
literally it could be misconstrued at times in that
How?
old run. Go
Never.
watch that old run.
I had bro.
We'll,
All right,
we'll,
let's let's
we'll
let's
come.
keep shit a stack. Let's keep shit a stack. That old run, Morph was there for the first episode. He got blasted. They left his ass. Wolverine was mad at that, saying that's his people's. Cool. We didn't see Morph again until he came back the next season. The first episode, laying traps for everybody so he could get Jean and fucking Scott to go get caught by Sinister. After he did get caught, the second episode, Morph broke free from Sinister, attacked Sinister so Cyclops could get free, and then Morph left. Like you said, after Morph left, I don't remember him coming back. There was never a time when they made it seem like Morph had any kind of romantic interest towards Wolverine at all. Never. But out of nowhere. Now they do.
So I will say I have no problem with him being fluid. Why? Because he is fluid. He's literally any sex he wants to be. He can be
Yeah, that's not my
aliens if
issue
he
here.
wanted to.
That's not my issue here.
But
My
my
issue here is
question,
why are we shoehorning shit in?
but my question is, you're pushing. Okay, we can see that you have some zesty feelings towards Wolverine. We are probably pretty sure that Wolverine is not reciprocating because once you try to go that route, once you try to change Wolverine, yeah, you're gonna have some issues. So how are you gonna play that out unless this is just his new personality? That's the
I
only
don't.
So,
that's the only thing I can think of.
well,
I
hold
don't.
on, hold on. So, a couple of things. One, to address your issue with his face, not necessarily your issue, but the question about his face, that can actually be seen as an identity crisis type of deal regarding what happened with Sinestro and him not necessarily being completely confident with who he is. So he sees
With
himself
who?
as no, not
No, I
Sinestro,
Thank you. You didn't even
Sinister.
catch that, so I'm the only one that caught that.
I
I'm
heard it
really
and
the
I
only
let
one
him.
that caught that.
I heard it and I let him keep going. Why? No.
Well, hold on,
I
But I
to
say
piggyback
stilettos and y'all niggas get the blank face.
to piggy.
Hold on,
Hold up.
Bill.
To
Hold on.
piggyback on what you said though.
Let him finish the point.
So him having gone through what he went through with Sinister and Sinister messing with his identity, him being that no face,
What do you mean
could,
mess with his identity?
well,
Sinister
not
didn't
mess
mess
with
with
his
his identity.
identity, but basically mess
Mess
with
with
the
his head.
mind.
Period.
I'm which to an extent, messing with somebody's mind is messing with their identity because
You're messing with who
so
they are. Oh, yeah.
right.
Go ahead.
So in having that done to him, that faceless thing could be something he's doing so he doesn't have to look at his actual
De-
self in the mirror.
a defense mechanism. Because
But then that
right
would
when
mean
he
that his
started,
actual self is that sinister look.
but when but think about it, when he started talking about the shit Sinister did to him and everything, and the shit he did, that's when he morphed back into the face that we know. And it was still that sunken in eyes. He looked so remorseful. It was almost like he hated himself. But when he has that blank face, it's literally like he's a different character.
So
And
again, that
I'm hoping they go into that because again, they haven't answered no questions. How did he deal with his PTSD? What brought him back to the mansion? None of that was touched on. I'm really hoping they do. 'Cause-
agreed. But again, that would mean that his regular face, how he walks around as, is the face that is the face of the man who was abused by Sinister. So
Which face
that
are you talking about?
the
the
sunken in
only
eyes
other
and shit.
that's the only other face they showed, bro.
Oh no, I thought you
Outside
were
of the
talking about
blank
his current
face.
face. So the face he had in the original series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it is safe to assume that was no, wasn't that a face he stole from like TV or something in the show?
No,
That was
no,
his actual
that was
face.
his legit face. But
So yeah,
the whole sunken in eyes and the big deep purple shit right there, that was him after Sinister abused him and did what he did to him.
yeah.
That's what made him look like that. And that's what I'm saying. Right now in the X-Men 97 series, that will mean that his regular face, that the blank face, he put the blank face on. But
Mhm.
his regular face is the abused side of
Yes,
how he
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
yes. And so
I
he
fucking
and
hope
it-
not.
and here's the thing though, I- if you look at it right, and I hope they, like you said, I hope they do go back into how he ended up back with the team, but he could still be feeling some type of residual trauma, whatever you want to call it, and he's not like when he wears that face, he can't look at that face right now because that's the face that betrayed his friends. He basically might feel like I can't look at that face, they can't look at that face, so let me just walk around like this. He probably feels like looking like nobody is far more comfortable than looking like the person that betrayed his team.
Either way, I hope they explain it because that
I do.
it's
Now,
wicked.
that actually ties in with what you asked about the feelings for Wolverine. Now, what I can see happening potentially is Wolverine is something of a crutch for him. And I could see that getting misconstrued as I have feelings for you, when what it actually is I appreciate you for being something constant in a time where I'm not even sure of myself.
Um, how much turmoil or heartache have you been through, bro? That I'm not even gonna say me, but just people have helped you through, whether it's me, Venom, JB, family, whatever, whatever, right? And out of all that, or how many times have you had one person that you leaned on for guidance or support? I'm pretty fucking sure you've never misconstrued that for a sexual feeling.
I get where you're going with this, but I've never been traumatized to the point that that character was.
And I get where you're going with that, but that's still bullshit.
It's
Not
not.
n-
You can
it
say
is
that.
because nothing like that. Again, okay, again, I have no problem with it. Do shoehorning is where I have a problem with it. Don't just drop something on your and don't just put something on my plate like that that's never been insinuated or hinted at before. That's my issue. Like you can't just throw something out there like that. Hey, maybe I'm jumping the gun.
You
Maybe
are.
they will explain
I
it
feel like
further.
you are, but I also
Maybe they
feel
will
like
explain it later on. But
I
that
feel like you are to an extent also ignoring creative license.
you said I'm ignoring creative license.
Yes, because as that man's creating and giving us something, he is trying to tell a story. I don't know what story he's trying to tell, but we've seen plenty of times where they, we can still hear you, you big ass rat.
The nigga
shut
cut off
up.
the yeah, you cut
Turn
off the
off the
camera, but kept the
camera.
mic going.
He's on the mic. Fix it.
Didn't think the mic was that sensitive.
Nigga, you pulled the Xbox just now. Nigga
But
just got his fucking headset going.
but no. So I feel like before we say this is where this is, let's see where he, because this could really just be, again, I feel like they're going to be doing, just looking at the way this is playing out, I feel like we're going to be seeing multiple storylines unfold. And I feel like the things with like Bishop, with Morph, with Madeline, with Cable, I feel like all of these stories are going to come full circle, but I feel like we need to give them a chance. And I feel like the thing with Morph is going to be something more of healing for him, more of a recovery for him. But I feel like he has to go through whatever it is he's going through, even if it is misguided feelings for Logan. Because, like Dale said, you more like he's morphing into different people, and like something I've noticed about people, if you don't have an identity of your own, you will latch on to whatever identity is available to you. And Morph right now, you can tell by the facelessness, does not have an identity of his own.
So where would he get this one from? Is my
If you
thing.
if you think about it.
Now I gotta wait. I gotta go back to waiting for this guy to reveal his whole art masterpiece.
Yes, that's the point of a story, man.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, in the meantime, I'm tension because this shit is just. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, and I don't want to get hung up on it. And I understand the concept of cliffhangers or leaving the story open for interpretation or leaving it open for expansion so it could grow and letting niggas cook. I get all of that, but my man, this shit really came out of nowhere. I would have rather a whole new character for that shit. Don't just that, and that's always been my thing. Don't just take a character and make them something else just so you can what? Because then at that point you're plagiarizing. You're placating, and I'm not with that. So
I
with that
will
being said, though,
I will save that judgment to see how this character's story ends.
facts. Yeah,
But
yeah,
until then, I'm just gonna take it
yeah.
for what it is. It was something that happened in Sinister World. So
Okay. Well, like
He
now that I
was
got that out,
he was trapped in Sinderson's basement next to Puffy.
yeah, pretty fucking much.
take
And
that,
Meek
take that.
Mills, who was taking that supposedly, allegedly.
but
I said supposedly. It's alleged.
but
I'm not
no,
making no
I was
claims.
laughing at Dell's face. But nah, can we also discuss real quick the boogeyman of Sinister when it came to Morph? Because like I said, they did not address this in any of the first two episodes, but they like you saw
The fear in that man's eyes,
no, I'm talking
or
about
lack thereof.
in the
E-
intro to each
Even in the
episode,
opening credits.
they
Oh
showed him in
yeah,
Sinister. So when you get to that episode and you see Sinister, you're like, oh Jesus,
yeah,
oh
yeah. Talk about seeing sinister, but let the freak that he brought out of Madeline, because Goblin Queen is on some whole nother other shit. When them motherfuckers went to his castle trying to get that baby, and the hands commenced to flying, the squabbling happened. When Goblin Queen and
yo,
Magneto was scrapping,
yo, I, oh my god, it was a hot little sequence,
it
but
really
they ain't had,
was.
but they ain't have to do my man like that.
But you know what's crazy about that sequence? You want to know what's really crazy about that sequence? I got so upset at the end of it, like literally mad, because they doing all this fighting and Magneto about to die or whatever the fuck the Goblin Queen was gonna do to him. And what happened? What happened? Cyclops threw an optic beam out of nowhere. My nigga, what have you been doing this whole fucking time?
he's
Was
Hold
you
up,
standing
hold
on the
up. Did
sideline
you?
watching?
But did you see the optic beam? Bang! Oh, I'm so
My
sorry,
man,
Gene. I'm so
my man.
sorry.
Hold on though. The bitch licked the blood and smiled. You know you fucked up, right?
You are not in control.
You know, you no, sir. You need an adult. I don't I don't know if you know, but you need saving right now.
Scott sitting there like Ralph on the back of the bus.
I'm in
I mean,
danger.
yes, that bitch floated down to him so slowly. Don't worry, my dear. You'll bleed too. Whoa, bitch!
They all
They all float down here,
I don't want to
Scotty.
fight no more. I don't want to fight no more. Like, I'm sorry. Can I be the Goblin Prince? I don't want to fight.
I'll be
I'm
a good
good.
boy,
Fuck these
Bobby.
niggas. I don't even like these guys.
But
Like
hold
you
up.
said, you wanted to leave, right?
But hold up. The X-Men are at the castle squabbling. Jean wakes up.
About to give the best head in the
Logan
world.
Logan said, "This is my chance. this this is my shot.
Focus on me, Genie. Nobody else. Just me. It's just me.
Just
I'm
just
big me.
focus on my mind.
It's big me. Put your hand on my heart. Feel how much
Here's
I love you.
and here's my dick."
And you know what's crazy? You said that because
Chick
right
woke up,
after the bit, didn't she put her hair up in a ponytail?
but
Oh,
Chick woke up. I I mean
oh,
I mean that much to you and more.
and more.
Like
Oh, but
Logan
then
was on it.
and then what does she do immediately? Scott's in danger, bitch. I just told you nobody else.
Don't you
Just
see
me.
this? Don't you see
You
this?
immediately talk about this nigga. How is it I can't get 2 minutes out of your life without you talking about this nigga?
here.
Right,
Right
right here. You thinking about dick that's all the way over there? When it's dick
so
right here.
so this chick literally, oh here comes Beast. Your body can't take it. Blah blah blah. Who said I need my body? This bitch astro projects an ass whooping. Seriously?
Yes, she did.
You
Yes, she
gonna be
did.
in bed whooping somebody's ass halfway
Yes, she
across the
did.
country?
Yes,
He
she did.
Bluetooth and ass whooping across
She
the
damn
country.
sure did.
Basically,
The
She damn
Bluetooth
sure
basically.
did.
device is connected.
We always joke about emailing the punch. She did it.
Oh,
Yeah, she a real one.
I
She
do
big
appreciate
genie.
I do appreciate they did the whole callback of how her and Xavier like to help people telepathically. Because yeah, we
Oh,
fought a little bit, but then we gave some therapy.
yeah.
I'm gonna whoop you, but I'm gonna love on you afterward. Come
But
on here,
but
baby.
but that was Jean too.
It really
She
was.
that was Jean.
Oh.
That's how you know that was really Jean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then the
So
heartbreak.
we need to talk about something now.
Hmm.
We watched Sinister put a baby into a vat
The
of liquid.
heartbreak. The heartbreak.
I'm wondering how's that baby in there breathing.
There you go with your logic.
Was it oxygenated stuff? Like what's going on here?
The baby's a super baby. Who
Yeah,
said it needs to
I'm
breathe?
boil this baby. It
Eh,
was hot and boiling too. That was
we going
boiling
we
fluid.
going we gonna boil it before we put it on the grill.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
was boiling fluid. You didn't put this
yeah.
baby in here and let him stew for a little bit.
He was briming the baby.
So here's where things kind of get retconned because Cable was given that techno virus by Apocalypse,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and then he was transported to the future where he got treated because there was no treatment for that shit in the current age. Basically, what they did was they pretty much made it so that Sinister gave him that techno virus now.
Well. We do know that Sinister works for Apocalypse.
Number two work for.
Exactly. So he could be doing this for
And
Apocalypse.
and Apocalypse did get a new body at the in the other series.
Who
He,
Mm-hmm.
did?
he's back in existence.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know if we're going to see Apocalypse. I mean, they made mention of him already.
Yeah,
I would like to see Apocalypse.
I would too. I definitely like to see a real apocalypse though. Like really give us the actual apocalypse. Don't give us that bullshit that we got
Right.
before. Give
Right.
like the actual one. But
Oh,
yeah,
you.
this.
I'm talking the Apocalypse from the '90s run,
Mm-hmm.
the one that all the telepaths had to wipe from existence, and this nigga still came back.
Yeah, yeah. They turned that nigga to a Freddy.
That nigga,
He loses powers if you don't know about him.
That's so weird. That's so,
Ain't that some
basically.
shit? Ain't that
that's
some
so
shit? But this
So
is
I
when the
do.
episode brought the feels out for me. I don't know about y'all, but
absolutely.
everything that had to do with Nathan, that shit broke
That
my
was
heart.
cold. I was like, nah, Scott, like,
Oh
The
my
worst.
god!
like to be abandoned?
I will not
Yo,
abandon my son. Oh,
yo.
oh.
I think the worst part was when Bishop was walking into the portal and you hear him crying, and then the
Mm-hmm.
portal closed and it just stops.
Mm-hmm. And when
Mm.
Madeline was putting that little memory in his head, just talking
Mm-hmm.
to him like that, I don't know why. I just started thinking of Cable as an adult or growing up, like having that in his brain. That be the only thing that he have of his parents is those words in his head. Like that is
But
Well,
fucking
no.
heartbreaking.
if you remember in the '90s run, Cable knew who his parents were. They alluded to Gene, but they never mentioned Madeline. But
Right.
they never necessarily mentioned names really. Cable knew already. Everybody
But
else didn't know, and he just let them think whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
what was killer to me though was when Scott was sitting in the room and Gene walked in, and that's that awkward, like, I gotta deal with this too.
what do we do now? But no,
Mm-hmm.
what they did before that I really liked too. The so basically the last interaction between her and Madeline, and they straight up said they don't know when they got switched.
And that was
And
literally
if you
about what I was
look
about
at
to
the
say.
memories, they both are jumbled up. We
Yep.
don't know how long Madeline been there because Madeline has memories of the Phoenix, even though they retconned it. She has memories of the Phoenix, so we don't know who was who during that entire time.
And that's what I was actually literally about to get at. That statement right there. I'm glad you did pick up on it. So I actually personally, I want to try it. Yeah, I heard that too. I tried to ignore it, but your face didn't allow me to ignore it. And the nigga cuts the damn, and then this nigga is so backwards. He's so fucking backwards. After we heard the shit, he cuts the mic off again, but keep the volume on, and then takes the microphone. Like the. Anyway,
I
what an
hate y'all.
introduction to the trifecta.
I hate
What a
y'all.
fucking introduction to us. Oh.
Finish
So
your point.
yeah,
Finish your point.
that it was something that I was thinking about. Like I really
Oh
want to
man.
go back and look at it, but from my memory, I can't think of one time where I can say, okay, that wasn't Jean. Even if we going by your fainting logic, the bitch was fainting in the X-Men cartoon
The
back in
whole time.
right. So that could have been Madeline. It could have been Jean. I'm like,
At any
I
point
don't
during
know.
any of those kidnappings and traps, they could have been swapped. We don't know.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, technically, if we go by the comics, Madeline wasn't really given life until the Phoenix Saga. So she
Because
could have memories.
a
There's a
piece of the
husk,
Phoenix.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she could have memories of the Phoenix and everything that happened because of that.
Hmm.
And there was no Madeline prior to. That could be a possibility.
Could be. Could
But
be.
yeah, so I guess we only have to rate it now.
Before we rate it, we got to touch on one final piece of the episode, and that
Mm.
was the hope for the goddess herself.
Ah,
Bar having a drink,
that's
So
strange
right.
Hispanic guy walk up on you.
how many? So here's the ironic part about it. Who walked up on Storm?
Morph.
Forge.
I said morph. Excuse me. Yes, Forge. Sorry.
Who is Bishop about to take Cable to?
Forge.
Forge.
Who
Mm-hmm.
is the
Mm-hmm.
MVP, folks?
The
Forge.
black man. That's who. And you know what's crazy about that though? I thought Forge was a futuristic mutant. I didn't think he was a part of the actual X-Men current timeline. He was a future
He
mutant.
somehow, some way, he lives that long. You get old man Forge in the future.
Okay.
That Bishop
Yeah.
fucks with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't ask me how he
Okay.
lives that long, but
That-
yeah.
that- he's Forge. He can make shit. He made something that extended his life. I don't.
Hey,
He
it
could.
might be.
No, if he think about it, he could do it. Like that's some. That's a low key, extremely impressive power.
Right.
Like literally anything I think of, I can create. That's that's scary. That's scary. Why the fuck are both of y'all looking up at that same corner? What?
Oh, oh, I was thinking I
I'm
was
looking at
thinking
something across the
deviant.
room.
I was
Yeah, but
thinking
you both
deviant
looked up
thoughts.
into the same fucking corner at the
I
same
was
fucking time.
listen, I
I'm
was
looking across the room.
I was thinking deviant thoughts. Don't mind me. Because if I can create anything I can think of,
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I'm going on a rampage.
Hmm.
I'm not. I'm locking myself in my room with my new sex bot.
So what y'all got on this
Got
episode?
him.
Um,
Oh.
I would definitely
You gonna
rank
name the
this
sex bot
episode
Madeline?
a 10.
No,
Wow.
no. My sex bot is going to be named Jade.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I would actually rank this episode a 10 because it was a horror episode right there. It was absolute horror episode.
Mm-hmm.
Again, so many doors got opened on this episode. I'm just excited. It gave me excitement to see where the show's going because it's like they could follow comics in some paths, but other paths they could just go left, and I feel like it would still be good storytelling. So just the level of excitement it gave me to see where it goes, I'm giving it a 10. 10 out of 10.
I'll keep it simple and sweet. The feels, the actions, the fucking horror. That's a 10 out of 10. This episode did not miss.
10 out of 10 for me. Y'all already said it. They hitting with this right now.
Yeah, it definitely left me wanting more. So until next Wednesday, folks. Well, Thursday, whenever the fuck we put the video out. This has been your trifecta, and we have been touching up on our little takes on X-Men 97. You can always catch our podcast on a Friday. We do our recordings, but this is gonna be something new. We're gonna add to the docket. Put my handles up, sir. Put my handles up. You can find me at Facebook, Los Corleone, Instagram, BKS4, Xbox, Big V718, Twitter and Gmail is Los Corleone DLT5. Hit a nigga up. Let's get this popping.
Normally I don't do this, but since we live for the first time, I'll give you the business. For those of you who don't know, you can follow me on Instagram, Osiris_Jor_L, for Twitter, Demon King Maury, Xbox, Demon King Maury, and TikTok, Demon King Maury. Please follow, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff.
Nope, that is Los. What the hell's wrong with me? God damn, moving too fast.
Or
all
slow,
my
depending on how you get down.
all my socials NULYFE81 and on Xbox, that Jersey Kid. As far as the podcast itself, Facebook.com/the lunch table, Instagram.com/the lunch table 5, and YouTube.com/at the lunch table 5. Folks, thank you for being here tonight with us live. We're going to continue to talk about X-Men in the weeks to come until it's over, and then we'll find something else to talk to you about. The regular show still airs on Fridays, and with that, we are out. Have a good evening.
Play my outro.